What if I told you the harshest enemy you will ever face is not out there, but already living inside your mind? Not a critic, not a rival, but a relentless voice that tries to steal every victory, hijack every dream, and turn your greatest moments into private doubts. Self-doubt does not just whisper, it wages war. It is the force that second-guesses your worth, floods you with what-ifs, and tries to paralyze you at the edge of every breakthrough. How many goals have you abandoned, not because you failed, but because you believed the voice that said you would? How many times have you shrunk yourself to fit the limits that voice invented? Here is the truth. Every boundary self-doubt draws is a prison with the door wide open. The Stoics knew the mind that creates doubt is the same mind that can destroy it. But overcoming self-doubt is not a single victory. It is a discipline, a daily campaign where every thought is a battlefield and every moment of clarity is hard-won. The Stoics did not teach empty optimism. They taught mental warfare, the power to turn your most profound doubts into tools for growth. In this video, you will discover 7 brutal Stoic laws, each one a mental weapon, not just a slogan. You will learn precisely how to break the grip of self-doubt and rewire your mind for lasting confidence. By the end, you will know how to turn that inner voice from a correctional officer into your greatest ally. Welcome to Stoic Philosophy Daily, where your story matters. Share your experiences or the most challenging moments you've faced below. Every comment is a gift. Here, your voice matters. We read with care, answer with heart, and treat your journey as part of our own. This is more than a channel. It is a circle of strength. Confidence is not a talent. It is a discipline forged in battle, thought by thought, and decision by decision. Ready to fight back? Let us begin. 1. The law of inner ownership. Unshakable confidence begins with a radical truth. There are only 2 worlds, the world inside you and the world you cannot control. The fastest way to let self-doubt take over is trying to control things that were never yours to command, like other people's moods, the way strangers see you, or how every plan will turn out. The more you chase certainty in an uncertain world, the more anxious and powerless you feel inside. But the Stoic path is different. Imagine your mind as a fortress. Storms rage outside, but inside, you rule. Epictetus learned this not from comfort, but from chains, born into slavery, owning nothing but his own response. He wrote, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." Here is the paradox. The less you try to own what is not yours, the stronger your grip becomes on what truly matters. Self-doubt feeds on your struggle to control the uncontrollable. But when you pull your energy back to your own ship, you find stability. Picture yourself as the captain in a storm. You cannot calm the sea, but you can adjust your sails, hold the wheel, and keep your crew focused. Most of us do not realize how much power we give away chasing other people's approval or obsessing over every outcome. Every time you reel your focus back from the noise, you reclaim another inch of your territory. Over time, this inner discipline is not just a relief, it becomes a source of strength. It is quiet pride, the feeling of returning home to yourself. Next time doubt creeps in, ask, is this something I can control? If yes, take action. If not, let it go. Redirect your focus to the one kingdom you truly command. Your thoughts, your choices, your effort. Let go of perfectionism, the mask of doubt that whispers, if it is not flawless, you are a failure. Instead ask, am I speaking my truth? Am I giving my best right now? The world may misunderstand you, reject you, or even ignore you. However, if you remain true to your values and take ownership of your actions, you cannot be defeated. Freedom starts the moment you own what is yours and release what is not. At Stoic Daily, we believe real strength is found inside the walls you build for your own mind. Claim your inner kingdom and no storm can shake you. Drop it in the comments. I control my mind, not the world. What will you own today? 2. The law of present strength. Self-doubt is a time traveler. It sneaks into your mind as regret about yesterday or fear of what might happen tomorrow. But both are just shadows, stories the mind tells to keep you stuck. The only place your power is real, the only ground you can actually stand on, is right here, right now. Seneca put it perfectly. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. He was not saying to ignore what is ahead or pretend your past does not matter. He meant this. Your true strength can only reveal itself in this moment. Think of life as music. A great musician is not haunted by the wrong note she hit in rehearsal or paralyzed by the thought of tomorrow's performance. If her mind is trapped in yesterday's mistakes or tomorrow's anxieties, she fumbles the song playing right now. But when she is fully present, focused on this note and this breath, her music flows perfectly. We are all performers in our own way, and it is easy to let the mind wander, replaying old failures or rehearsing disasters that may never come. But every time you bring yourself back to this moment, you reclaim your power. Greatness is not built in years. It is built in moments. Every single moment you choose courage over fear, discipline over distraction, or honesty over silence, you lay a new brick in the fortress of confidence. String enough moments together and doubt loses its grip. Next time you feel scattered or overwhelmed, ground yourself with this question. What does this exact moment require of me? Not next week, not tomorrow, just this breath. The mind may want to run, but usually the answer is simple. Breathe, take the next step, speak the truth. Do what needs to be done. Each small act is proof that you can always begin again, right here and now. Doubt tries to pull your energy across time, leaving you weak in every direction. But gather all your strength into the present, and you become unstoppable. The present is your anchor. Every moment is an opportunity to start anew, to take action, and to reclaim your power. At Stoic Daily, we believe your story is written in the actions you take today, not the fears you borrow from tomorrow. Type it out. My strength lies in this moment. What can you do right now to move forward? 3. The law of enduring trials. The strongest people you know were not born that way. They were built. Like muscles that only grow when you push them past their comfort zone, absolute confidence is forged through effort, strain, and surviving. What would have made others quit? The leaders you admire, the mentors who inspire you, the quiet warriors who never back down, they did not avoid difficulty. They embraced it, learned from it, and let each hardship make them stronger. Self-doubt is loudest at the breaking point. It shouts that this is too hard, that you are not built for this, that you should turn back before you fail. But the Stoics flipped the script. Obstacles are not proof of your weakness. They are the very tools that make you strong. Marcus Aurelius, facing betrayal, war, and loss, wrote that the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. He was not creating a slogan. He was describing how real strength is forged. When you shift your perspective on hardship, you move your power. Every test is a teacher. Every pain is a preparation. Think of a diamond. Under the earth, it is just carbon. Only immense pressure and time can turn it into something brilliant. Your spirit works the same way. Ease and comfort will not build you. Pressure, struggle, and refusal to quit will. The reality is that most people will do anything to avoid the burn of hardship. But the Stoic dares to ask what strength this is building in me. Every hardship is a classroom. Every scar is a medal, proof you fought, learned, and moved forward. Growth always carries pain, but the pain of discipline is the price of a mind that will not shatter under pressure. It is your perspective that turns setbacks into setups. Some people see problems, others see possibilities. The difference is not in the pain, it is in the meaning you choose to give it. The Stoics believe that even suffering can be transformed into wisdom if one dares to learn rather than endure. You are not tested to be broken. You are tested to be built. At Stoic Daily, we believe the scars you carry are the evidence of your victory, not your defeat. Wear them proudly. Drop your most significant lesson from pain below. What did your hardest trial teach you? Every hardship is a test, and every test gives you a new kind of strength if you dare to face it. But strength alone is not enough. To truly conquer self-doubt, you need mastery, not just over circumstances, but over your own mind. That is the next law. Ready to meet the one battle you can never run from? Let us talk about self-mastery. 4. The law of self-mastery. The greatest battle you will ever fight is not out in the world. It is the one inside your own mind. Every single day you stand at the crossroads, asking yourself if you will master your thoughts or let them master you. Most people never realize this choice is theirs. They let their minds run wild, chasing worries into dead ends, following doubt down endless rabbit holes, letting negativity camp out and multiply inside their own heads. However, the Stoics saw the truth. True freedom begins from within. Epictetus said it simply: no person is free who is not master of themselves. You can win every trophy, earn every title, build a life everyone envies. But if fear or doubt pulls your strings, you are still not truly free. Think of your mind as a house. Self-doubt might knock at your door, but you decide whether to invite it in and let it stay. Or picture your mind as a garden. Leave it alone and weeds of doubt take over. But confidence, courage, and clarity are like flowers. They grow only with your care and intention. The struggle for self-mastery is never about perfection. It is about refusing to let your mind become a place where self-doubt runs wild, learning to spot negative thoughts before they take root. Imagine your mind as a wild horse. Left untrained, it throws you around and runs you ragged. But with steady practice, that same mind can take you anywhere you want to go. Every time you pull the reins and bring yourself back to awareness, you reclaim a bit more of your inner kingdom. This is not about pretending you never have negative thoughts or forcing yourself to be positive all the time. It is about training your awareness to see thoughts and feelings as guests, not dictators. Self-mastery is choosing again and again to return to clarity, discipline, and strength, even when doubt tries to call you back. Start small. Choose to wake up with your alarm instead of snoozing. Choose to finish what you start. Choose to act with kindness, even in stressful situations. Each tiny victory adds up, building a mind you can trust, one decision at a time. In these choices, self-doubt loses its grip, and you begin to sense a quiet, steady power that no one can take away. And here is the secret. Every act of self-mastery makes doubt weaker and your real voice stronger. With enough practice, you wear self-mastery like an invisible crown, one that no challenge, no critic, no setback can ever steal. Ask yourself if you are letting every thought set up camp in your mind, or if you are the one choosing which thoughts stay. What would change if you wore the crown of your own mind, even just for today? When you rule your mind, nothing outside can truly defeat you. At Stoic Daily, we believe self-mastery is your daily crown. Practice it, polish it, and let the world see your quiet power. Drop your affirmation below. I rule my mind. What small act of self-mastery will you choose today? 5. The law of inner work. Why do we doubt ourselves so sincerely? Not because of what we lack, but because we let the outside world determine our worth. We hand over the measuring stick, waiting for applause, for likes, for for someone to finally say, "You are good enough." And when that recognition does not come or fades, doubt pours in like water through a cracked dam. The Stoics shattered this illusion. Your worth is not a trophy to be earned or a badge given by others. It is a light that is always on, even when no one is watching. Marcus Aurelius, who ruled an empire and still wrestled with his own doubts, wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Not on applause, not on wealth, not on praise or criticism, but on the life you build inside yourself." Living by the law of inner worth means you stop negotiating your value with the world. Not praise, not criticism, not even silence gets to decide your worth. You become like a lighthouse on a rocky coast. Storms may come, waves may crash, but you keep shining. The lighthouse never dims for a passing ship. It does not flicker because some people choose a different route. It just shines because that is what it is built to do. But let us be honest. Most people spend their lives waiting for approval, hiding their true selves behind a mask of good enough. Each time you hold back your truth or shrink to make others comfortable, you give up a piece of your own light. Yet every time you speak up, act from your values, or remind yourself, "I am enough," you repair that crack and reinforce your foundation from the inside out. Doubt weakens the moment you stop asking, "Do they approve of me?" and start asking, "Do I approve of myself? Am I living my values? Am I becoming who I want to be?" The Stoics lived among criticism and judgment, from emperors to enslaved people, and were mocked by crowds, including philosophers. But they found peace in the storm by refusing to negotiate their value with a world that would never fully see it. When you live from this place, the highs of praise and the lows of criticism lose their power over you. Compliments are welcome but never addictive. Criticism stings but never destroys. Your worth is not a vote, a verdict, or a passing trend. It is built into you as profoundly as your heartbeat. Try this. Today, post a sticky note somewhere you will see it, such as your laptop, bathroom mirror, or phone, that says, "I am enough as I am." Every time you catch yourself seeking approval or hesitating to speak up, pause and read that note. Remind yourself that your worth does not depend on anyone's reaction, just on living your truth. Notice how your confidence shifts, even in small ways. So ask yourself if you are letting the world decide your value or if you know it for yourself. What would change if you stopped dimming your light to fit someone else's comfort? You are enough. You always have been, and you always will be. At Stoic Daily, we believe true confidence is built from the inside out. When you own your worth, no storm can shake your light. Drop it below. I am enough as I am. When was the last time you felt your own worth? 6. The law of perspectives. Self-doubt is a master illusionist. It zooms in on your problems until they fill your entire field of vision, making every setback feel permanent and every challenge look impossible. But what if the story is not the obstacle, but the angle from which you are seeing it? The Stoics referred to this as the power of perspective. They knew that what disturbs us is not the event itself, but the lens through which we choose to see it. Epictetus taught that people are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of them. Imagine life as a giant painting. When you press your nose against the canvas, all you see are dark strokes, rough patches, and confusion. But take a step back, and suddenly the bigger picture appears, full of color, meaning, and hidden connections. Your struggles work the same way. Most people stand so close to their problems that they lose sight of everything else. However, if you train yourself to step back and ask, "How will this matter in 5 years? What can I learn? How might this be redirecting me somewhere better?" Everything shifts. A crisis becomes a course correction. A setback becomes a new lesson. The end of the world becomes just one chapter in your story. The truth is, perspective is not about ignoring your pain, but expanding your field of vision. When you feel trapped by a problem, imagine looking down on your life from above. What else comes into view? Try to see your struggle as a single brushstroke, not the whole painting. Even on your hardest days, wisdom grows when you challenge your focus, not just your feelings. Try this. The next time doubt traps you in tunnel vision, pause and physically move, step out for a walk, look out the window, or sit somewhere new. Then ask, if I were coaching a friend through this, what advice would I give them? This simple change of scenery and shift in question can pull you out of panic and back into wisdom. Perspective is not denial, it is clarity. You cannot always change your circumstances, but you can always choose the frame. With practice, you will learn that very few things in life are as bad or as permanent as your fear wants you to believe. Step back, see the bigger picture, and watch your doubts shrink to their real size. At Stoic Daily, we believe perspective is the ultimate freedom. Change your view and you change your world. Try the 5-year question today. What challenge feels smaller when you see it from a distance? 7. The law of alignment. At the deepest level, you already know the kind of person you want to be. Honest, courageous, kind, consistent, especially when no one is watching. But self-doubt always grows loudest in the gap between who you are and who you want to become. Whenever your choices diverge from your principles, whenever your actions fail to reflect your actual values, that is when doubt takes root and grows. The Stoics understood that genuine peace does not come from external applause, but from internal harmony. When your life and your principles walk together, when what you do matches what you believe, doubt has nowhere to hide. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself every day, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. This was not just pretty language. It was a set of operating instructions for a life of integrity. The law of alignment means choosing to walk with your values even when it is hard, even when nobody sees, even when the world wants you to compromise. Your values are the banks of a mighty river. As long as the water stays within its boundaries, it flows strong, clear, and unstoppable. But let it spill out, and the current weakens, energy scatters, and confusion rises. Your life works the same way. Living in alignment, you move with quiet force. Stray from your core and you lose direction. Doubt floods in to fill the void. What most people do not realize is that self-doubt often shows up as guilt, regret, or a nagging sense of being off course. The real pain is usually not that you are not enough, but that you are not being true to yourself. No amount of applause from others can replace the calm that comes from honoring your values in private. Try this. Tonight, write down your 3 deepest values. For each one, ask, did I live this value today? What is one thing I could do tomorrow to honor it better? Do not wait for perfect days. You need the honesty and courage to realign every time you drift. Every return to your values strengthens your foundation and shrinks the room for doubt. Ask yourself, if someone followed my example today, would they become the kind of person I respect? What would change if you made your values your visible daily code? When your actions match your values, doubt loses its power and you become unstoppable. At Stoic Daily, we believe clarity is the foundation of confidence. Walk your values and your life becomes the message that silences every doubt. Write your core value below and how you will live it tomorrow. Let the world see your alignment in action. The masterpiece begins. You have just collected 7 ancient keys, tools that have carried warriors, philosophers, and everyday people through every storm history could throw at them. These are not theories to admire, they are weapons to wield, torches to light the way when self-doubt returns. Let us be real, a single video or book does not banish self-doubt. It is a lifelong visitor, But now you meet it with wisdom, not fear, with strength, not surrender. The Stoics prove that true confidence is not the loud boast that cracks under pressure. It is the quiet power that rises steadier every time it is tested. When you are lost in worry, reach for the law of present strength. When the world seems overwhelming, use the law of inner ownership. When your value feels up for debate, anchor in the law of inner worth. When you face setbacks, remember, diamonds are made under pressure, and so are you. But here is the real test. Knowledge is not transformation until it becomes a habit. Do not let these laws stay in your mind. Practice them, make them your reflex, and watch how your story changes with each small victory. Every time doubt whispers you are not enough, answer with action. When others question your path, let your values and your presence do the talking. Small daily acts done over and over become the armor you wear for life. Today is not the end, it is the turning point. The masterpiece of your life is still being painted, and you hold the brush. The Stoics believe that every life can become a work of art, strong, true, and unbreakable. Start your new chapter right now. At Stoic Philosophy Daily, we rise by helping each other rise. Your courage inspires the next person. Every story you share is a light for someone else. Drop it below. This is my new beginning. We read every word, we answer with heart, and together we build a circle of strength no doubt can break. Rise, step forward, live boldly. You have everything you need. Stoic Philosophy Daily.